So you've made your map and you have points on it, you have the information that you want, you've made your template, you know what you want to do in your story map. Now it's time to make your story map. Have you saved recently? If you haven't saved recently, please make sure you do a save, not a save as, a save. All right, once you've done that, your edit button should no longer be highlighted and so on. So let's go ahead and do share. Share is how we're going to do this. Do you see Painter 2017-18? Click in that box. Then come down here and click on Create a Web App. You're going to want to build a story map right here. If you scroll down this one, you see how it says StoryMap Journal? That's the one you want. And then over here, you may have to scroll down on your Chromebook because it's a little harder to see. Over here, Create Web App. Now on your Chromebook, you may have to scroll up. So just be aware of that. You can name it the same name. That's not a problem. What I would do is right here where it says Summary, I would type in like My Story Map Journal for Global Unit or something like that so that you know what in the world this is when you go back and look later. Then you're going to have to scroll down and click Done. It's going to take a second to think. You want to keep it on the side panel, which is already checked. You don't want the floating panel. The side panel is a little easier to work with right now. Then click Start. You can leave it the same name. You can add commas if you'd like it to look a little bit better. Add the word and if you want it to look better, that type of thing. And then click the arrow. Right, you've got two sides to this. On the right-hand side is the main stage. That's where like your map images are going to go. One photo, if you decide you want a photo there, that type of thing. On the left-hand side is where your information is going to go. So if you look right here, you'll see that we have the 1 and the 2. We're on the side with the map, and I want to start with a map showing my country. So I'm going to pick from this list my map that I just finished with. I also want to tell it exactly what I want it to show. So I'm going to click Custom Configuration. And actually the way it comes up I like because it shows the US and it shows Bangladesh for me. So I'm going to save the map location. If you don't like it, you can zoom in, zoom out, that type of thing, and get it set. Right now I don't want any of the other things to come up. And so I'm not going to worry about the rest of these right now, but there are other things you can do, and I'll show you those in a few minutes. Here I'm just going to say, welcome to my story. So I'm just adding a little bit more information of what people are going to learn about. And then I'm going to add. You will now notice this is your first page. This is your home page. This is what it's going to look like. So if you're done with this, make sure you go over here and you click Save. Remember, it won't save automatically. You need to tell it to save. Then you're going to come here. You're going to add section. My first section might be the next thing on my template. What's the next thing you want to talk about? For me, I want to go in and show you what's been going on with the flooding in Bangladesh because that affects the population. So I'm going to actually start with the flooding. And I'm going to call it Bangladesh floods. On this one, I think I'm just going to show an image because I think that would be more profound for someone to look at. So I'm going to click Image and I'm going to link it, okay, which means I need to go get the link. I've already found the image I want, and it's right here, and I've already pulled it up. Uh-oh, that may be bad because that image doesn't look like I can use it. So I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to paste it in, and then I can decide, do I want it to fill the screen? Do I want it to fit? Do I want it to stretch? What do I want it to do? And I think I'm going to just let it fill the screen for me. And I'm going to click Next. Then here, I'm going to say something to the effect about the floods. So I've written my information, and now I want to add another picture because I really want you to understand the flooding. So you come over here and you click Insert Image, Video, or Web Page. And I click here, and again, choose Link. I've already found the image I wanted. It's right over here. I've already copied that. So now I'm just going to paste it in. If I want to, I can enter some image text. I don't think I'm going to with this one because the information should be enough. And then I'm going to click apply. Notice that my information's here and there's my image. Can I write more down here? I can. So that's something to think about. You can have the images within your context also. I can change the color of my font. So if I decide, I'd like this to be in bold, just a little bit bigger. I might want it centered, but that doesn't look quite right. I might want the size to be different. I might want the text color to be blue, maybe, to represent floodwater. You're going to have to decide this. Whatever you do, make sure your text is legible, though. If you change it to yellow, that's not really easy to read. Then I'm going to click Add. This is now what you see. See, there's my one picture. Here's the information, and here's this picture, and then it'll show up in a scroll bar that I can keep it. So I'm going to save this. So that's how you add the images in. Now let's add some different maps. I'm going to, again, do the next page, and I'm going to take the map that I have here. I am going to center it on the world because I think this time I want to do population. And then I'm going to choose my content. Did you see where I got that? So if I cancel, do you see right here, map default, custom configuration right next to content? I want my content. So I want my cities. I don't think I want my cities. I think I just want my countries. And then I want the population. And then I'm going to save context. Okay, and save the content. I don't really want a pop-up, but I do want the legend on there so that someone can see whether, the darker color and so on. So this I'm going to title as population. And I'm going to click next. And here I'm going to put something in about the United States and Bangladesh having similar population sizes, but in a much smaller area. So now I've written my information and I'm going to add this. And this is what you get. So now here's my information about population of the world. And here's my population map showing the two countries, showing the information, and then make sure I save again. You continue adding more until you get to your 5 to 6 pages. That's all you have to do. So keep this in mind, and if you have questions, please make sure you're asking in class. I hope this helps you at this point.